Nedry.
Huh?
Our lives are in your hands and you have butterfingers? Well, what can I say, John? It's my favorite candy bar. Okay? John?
Welcome to Jurassic Park Week. Today, we are doing an unboxing and review of the Kenner Jurassic Park Series 2 Robert Muldoon with Firing Trank Bazooka action figure. And to help me get through this review, we do have Jaye Jurassic coming up a little bit later in the video to compare this Series 2 version of Muldoon with the Series 1 version. Okay, so looking at the packaging here, this is classic Kenner Jurassic Park. It's absolutely amazing, and I can sit here and tell you all day that this is some of the greatest product packaging of all time, because it is. But it's not going to last for very long because we are going to open this up. So for Series 2, you have more of this blue and white background here at the bottom, whereas before it was more of this orange and yellow sunsetty color down there, except for the earlier figures, which just had black across the back, as we saw with the Ellie Sattler we unboxed last year. But it still retains the overall look. You get the awesome Jurassic Park logo on the upper left. It says New Series 2 right below that. To the right of that, you get a collector card featuring Muldoon from the movie. There's a KB Toys price sticker of $4.99 up at the top. And then at the bottom, you can see the figure very nicely displayed within the packaging. You can see the little dinosaur hatchling he comes with and all of the accessories. So this is too cool. And at the back, we get a look at other Jurassic Park Series 2 toys that are available in Kenner's toy line. Lots of great stuff. You can see the dino trackers right there. We have Jaws Jackson, Harpoon Harrison, Sergeant T-Rex Turner, and then other dinosaurs. Dilophosaurus with venom spray, Tanystropheus, Lycanops, Pachycephalosaurus, Velociraptor. Some of these are repacks from Series 1 with capture gear now. So if you were patient and waited, you can get them now with capture gear. How cool is that? Other Series 2 larger dinosaurs like the young T-Rex, Quetzalcoatlus, and Carnotaurus, the famous Carnotaurus. And then some vehicles there, Bush Devil Tracker and Jungle Explorer. There's your Kenner logo right there, printed on recycled paper. So even Kenner was conscious about going green. Made in China, collector card printed in China. And then, of course, the Jurassic Park logo. Look for this brand on all official Jurassic Park dinosaurs. If it's not Jurassic Park, it's extinct. If it has a W there, it's not Jurassic Park and it's not Kenner. For the figure, it says attached backpack to the figure using the straps and the pegs the Trank missiles store in the backpack. Figure can hold weapon as shown, thumb fits hole behind grip. Insert a missile into the bazooka until it clicks. Press on the firing lever to launch. Alright you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get this little guy out of the box, and once we do that, there ain't no going back. So why am I unboxing a mint on card Robert Muldoon? Well, it's not perfectly mint. There are some flaws with the packaging. It's got a dent right there. It's got the price tag, which arguably, may or may not be really a flaw. It's just in pretty rough condition. Up here, it's bent. The card is actually starting to come off from the bubble. So, it isn't a perfectly carded figure, and I'm going to go in and open it up. I want to have a mint untouched figure to review and play with, free of any blemishes or imperfections. And that's what this is going to be. So hold on to your butts. And the air's filled with the smell of plastic goodness from 20 years ago. Well, it looks like everything's ready to come out. Did we get it all? Looks like we did. We have the figure, we have his accessories falling out, and we have the Velociraptor Hatchling. We also get the collector's card, which is in here. And we'll just gently slide this out, and we'll take a look at that too. Very cool. All right, you guys, and here is the figure along with all of his accessories and the hatchling. So let's go ahead and focus first on the figure by itself. And this looks really cool. I mean, it's a very old school figure. Sure, it's not up to modern standards, but you can't mess with classic. It's just really cool looking. I mean, look at how tough he looks. This is a man that you would want by your side if you were lost on some sort of hypothetical island inhabited by dinosaurs. Imagine a place like that. And from all angles, this really looks quite good. He's a very buff looking dude. It's got a nice sculpt to him. It's simple, but it's effective. It gets the job done. And the coloration really is quite nice for his outfit. I'll go ahead and give you a close-up of Robert, and he looks pretty stern. He doesn't look like a guy you want to mess around with. And he's just concerned about protecting the safety of the visitors to Isla Nublar, and rightfully so. Those pesky raptors can be pretty dangerous. And just look at this guy. He's got a funny expression. I mean, he definitely looks like he means business, and that's great. It's a great looking toy. Does it look 100% like the Robert Muldoon we all know and love from the film? Not completely, but it is more or less there. There is a passing likeness to him. And from what I've seen, the Series 1 version of this figure doesn't look quite as much like him, even though the outfit is arguably a little more closer to what he wears in the film. This is essentially the same exact figure with a new head and with repainted clothes. So everything you see here is a new fresh color, and it's basically like an army green sort of color, which kind of makes sense, and that's what you get for his sleeves, his shirt, and his shorts. And then he's got a black vest. He's got a JP badge there indicating that he's an employee of Jurassic Park. Well, maybe that's not what it means, because then that would mean that Tim Murphy is a victim of child labor, and we know that's not the case. So looking here at the back, again, very muscular guy. And if you look at his arms, he's just ripped. He's got muscles there. You can see the outline of his fingers, and he just looks like he means business. And I like that. It looks really good. As far as the hair color, it's basically just like a light brown color. Seems accurate to the film, but the eyebrows are a little too dark. The eyes look pretty good. The rest of the face looks good. The skin tone is pretty nice. It's basically like a peach color, and it works. Seems pretty close. The sculpting on the outfit is decent. It's not too heavy. There's not a whole lot to be seen, but for a figure from over 22 years ago, it works. There's peg holes on his feet. He's got a knife right there on his leg. His belt has lots of little trinkets on it. In case he needs to pull something out. There's even a gun there on his hip. He's got his pistol. His boots look quite good. It looks like he's wearing some green socks to match his shirt and shorts. And then the boots are also pretty lightly sculpted, but they look decent enough. You get your shoelaces and all. So all in all, it's a very nice looking figure that will fit perfectly with the rest of your Jurassic Park human action figures. Now, in the way of articulation, this is a modestly jointed figure. So you have your swivel here at the neck, and these are pretty tight joints, I guess, since, it's brand new out of the packaging. The arms swivel as well, and you can bring the legs up just like that. So 5 joints, but you know what? It's perfect for these old Kenner Jurassic Park toys. This is exactly all you need. Now, we also do get our authentic movie collector card. This is number 56, according to the number on the upper right. And we have a very nice picture of Robert Muldoon from the opening sequence in Jurassic Park. It looks very nice. And here at the back, it says, Personnel File, Robert Muldoon. He is the park game warden, former game warden at John Hammond's Game Preserve in Kenya, respects the power and intelligence of the dinosaurs he oversees. What kind of danger does Jurassic Park hold? Robert Muldoon, the park's game warden, knows to treat the mysterious creatures with deadly seriousness, or else there will be deadly consequences to pay. And then for our dino trivia, when was the first Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton discovered? What's the answer? Underneath, it says, in 1902 in northern Montana, it was first described by Henry Fairfield Osborn in 1905. In the way of accessories, Robert comes with a backpack because no Kenner Jurassic Park figure is complete without a backpack of some sort. And being the game warden of Jurassic Park, he needs to have it loaded with something to protect the visiting paying public to the park. And what does he have? He's got missiles that go into his rocket launcher, and they fit very nicely into his backpack. It's a very comfortable fit. The bazooka itself is pretty simplistic. I mean, it looks like a very simple toy. It's very lightweight plastic. It's black. It's got a red lever right there. And this is where you plug in the projectile. And there is a hole on this side. I'm not really sure what you would do with that. But in order to get it to work, you take your projectiles and just slide them in. Just line them up like that. And now it's locked and loaded. And to launch it, all we're going to do is press down on that lever. We can do the same with the other launcher that he comes with. It's a slightly different looking launcher. Maybe it has a different sort of impact radius. And then finally, we have the adorable little Velociraptor Hatchling. Well, not too adorable because these can probably do a number on you, even for little hatchling raptors. But it looks very nice. It's colored similarly to the adult from the Jurassic Park Series 1 line, and it looks really good. It's very simplistic. It very much looks like a little toy hatchling dinosaur. But, it gets the job done. It's got a pretty nice sculpt to it. You can see some detail here in the skin and really huge sickle claws right there that are not painted black or painted any color different from the rest of the skin. Same with the front claws right here. They're painted the same color as the arms. I like the way that it's painted. I think it has a pretty nice gradient applied to it, so it kind of transitions into the lighter color you see underneath it. And he's got his teeth, or she's got her teeth. And all in all, it looks pretty solid. It's very simple, but it works. You get your JP logo right there, and it stands without any issues. Now, to get the backpack on Mr. Muldoon, basically you're just going to put the backpack over his head, just like this. You're going to pull down on these straps right here, and you're going to see that there are these little tabs here underneath the backpack. So you're just going to line them up to plug them in. And once you get it on him, he looks really good. Now, do note that the backpack does make him a little bit unbalanced and back heavy, so you do need to hunch him over just a little bit in order to get him to stand with the backpack. But it seems to work pretty well. Those are some pretty big missiles, so I would hate to be Robert Muldoon lugging those around the island all day. Now, in order to give him the bazooka, you will see that there's a little hole right there, just as the instructions indicated. And essentially what we're going to do here is we're just going to kind of line it up with his shoulder. We'll line the grip up right there with his hand. And then when we find that little hole, we'll just kind of push his thumb in it like that. And then he holds it just fine. And because of how heavy the bazooka is, it kind of offsets that added weight at his back from the backpack. So that's pretty nice. Now the real question is, can he hit his target, that poor innocent little baby raptor over there? Clever girl. Alright, and now to help me compare the Series 2 Robert Muldoon figure with the Series 1 version, here's my friend Jaye Jurassic. Hey Jay, what's going on?
Hey Victoria, thanks for having me on here. Let's see, we're talking about the Game Warden, the man who knew raptors, but sadly did not live to see them become a raptor squad. Robert Muldoon, Series 2. Now, this guy here, when I was a kid, I didn't get the Series 2 Robert Muldoon till way later. I had Robert Muldoon, Series 1. It's like looking in a mirror. It wasn't. You see, when you look at this one from Series 1, yeah, that doesn't look like Bob Peck, which was the actor that portrayed him in the movie. This one, though, when they did Series 2, he does kind of have a resemblance to Bob Peck. But basically, their suits or their clothing is the same. Only this one's green, this one got like khakis and kind of a yellow vest going on. But other than that, they're very much the same, but I think this one looks cooler. Now, they bring the same weapons. These bazooka missiles. Let's use a bazooka. Here you go. This is it. And these things go pretty far. That's going to take me an hour to search now. Showing size comparison. This is how big he is to one of the original Jurassic Park line raptors. And let's show him next to Rexy. I love how you can barely see her. There she is. I always wanted to get this Series 2 guy, but I never saw him on the shelves growing up. I only saw him. And this one was brought to me by my grandma. And I didn't get to see this guy anywhere. First one, this Robert Muldoon, came with this hatchling. A T-Rex hatchling. And there's a crazy story about this, that this one, when I got it, first day, I lost the T-Rex hatchling in the basement where I used to play with all my toys. To this day, there's a house out there that I lived in that has a T-Rex hatchling under the stairs somewhere. So, you know, check under the stairs, guys. You might find my T-Rex hatchling. He's out there. But the second series came with this, a baby Velociraptor. I thought it was the coolest thing. When I saw it, I was like, oh, wow. So the thing he hates most, he's taking care of one now. Oh, blue. It's cool to have both versions. You got this one and this one. And if you play, I don't know, if you play a little bit of Jurassic Park with your figures or whatever, this could be Robert Muldoon. And this could be some other park ranger, since, you know, it doesn't really look like Robert Muldoon. I mean, look at that. Kind of looks like just like the general. Almost has like this general look from one of the JP3 figures, if you know which one I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you so much, Victoria, for giving me the opportunity to review the Series 2 Robert Muldoon figure. Anybody wants to see more of my collection or my Jurassic Park related art, you can find me on Instagram at Jaye Jurassick. That's JAYE _ Jurassic with a K at the end of it. And same name on Twitter. Thanks, you guys.
All right, Jane, thank you so much for showing us that comparison of the two versions of Robert Muldoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. This is our unboxing and review of the Kenner Jurassic Park Series 2 Robert Muldoon action figure. Overall, this is a very solid, very fun figure. I really like it. I mean, even though he doesn't have a perfect resemblance to Bob Peck, it is a passing resemblance and it works. As a supporting role figure to the Kenner Jurassic Park dinosaur toys, this is totally sufficient. It's everything it needs to be. The aesthetics are good, the coloring of his outfit is good. I really like the green color. It looks very nice with the black. The backpack fits on him perfectly fine. He interacts very well with his bazooka, which is very important, and it fires the missiles just fine. It's also nice how you can stow the missiles in his backpack. The Raptor Hatchling is very cool. This is probably one of my favorite hatchlings from the Jurassic Park human figures. If you're a fan of the original Jurassic Park film, or you're a fan of Jurassic Park toys and collectibles, then having a Robert Muldoon is absolutely essential to your collection. I really like the figure and am happy to be adding it to my collection. Once again, I'd like to thank Jaye Jurassick for comparing the Series 1 and Series 2 versions of this figure. Be sure to check out Jaye Jurassick on Instagram and Twitter in order to check out his awesome Kenner Jurassic Park toy collection. As always, my friends, I want to thank you for tuning in to Jurassic Park Series 2 week here on Victoria's Cantina. Stay tuned, there is more to come. Until next time, my friends, bye-bye.